We're somewhere north of Moab-ish. I don't exactly know right now. We stayed here for 2 nights. We'll have locations in iOverlander, so if you want to look that up. But a nice area. It's just a BLM site. That area over there does have a road that we've had periodic trucks that are, I guess, are hauling rocks. And there was a train over there. Our biggest challenge was simply wind again, although it hasn't been as bad. We're headed to another location about a half an hour away. Hopefully it'll be as cool as it sounds. You're going to think happy thoughts. If you saw last week's episode, you may remember that we had a really bad vibration after getting stuck in the mud. We thought it was the mud in the wheel well, so Gary washed it out with our Rock Pal's electric washer. Now, we get to find out if we were right by getting back on the road.
Continue on US 191 north for 5 miles.
That's what it was. But that's the problem.
Yay! Now that we confirmed we don't have any damage due to our mudding incident, we head to our next BLM area. Well, this is pretty cool.
Right.
We're just chilling at this geyser, waiting for it to do what geysers do. Allegedly, this geyser, geysers? What do they do? What do geysers do? They geyse. So, water's geysing every 17 hours. In the meantime, it's a really pretty area, right next to the Green River. Gary was reading that this is not a hot geyser, it's a cold geyser. But the bubbling you hear down there is from CO2. Gary also read that this pipe here has been here since the 30s. They were trying to drill for oil and instead found this geyser. Some days our travels are absolutely exciting. And then some days you're just watching a geyser. Not geysering. Wow, look at that cool rig. They must be awesome people. Of course we are. We decided to move the camper to the site closest to the geyser in hopes of catching a glimpse of it geysing. We're sad.
But it isn't coming yet. Maybe we'll see it yet.
Yeah. We were getting excited, but I don't know. Could it be a dud? Well, it's 6:30 in the morning. Oh. Ah, the elusive geyser will remain elusive. Oh, look at that, I missed it!
I heard something thumping and I'm like, what the hell?
Whoa! Oh, he's going for a while. We are loving this little area here, this BLM land. We're on the Green River and it was a beautiful morning. We got showers, which was fantastic, and we got to see the geyser blow. That was pretty cool.
Yep. Went for about an hour, so.
you know, geysers have a mind of their own. They're not necessarily going to go off when you want them to. So having that sight there to kind of hear when it went off, especially this morning, Gary caught it.
Yeah.
That was awesome. We're going to head to the next one.
We're going to the next stop. See ya.
We drive about 20 minutes east of the geyser to check out Sago Canyon. Sago Canyon contains both petroglyphs and pictographs from 3 Native American cultures, some dating as far back as 2000 BC. We learned that pictographs were painted on the rocks with natural pigments such as iron oxides and mixed with fluids like plant juices, blood, urine, and animal fat. The paint embeds itself into the rock once it dries. Pictographs, on the other hand, were etched into the rock by carving, engraving, or scratching the rock's surface to reveal the lighter colored layers beneath. So there are some petroglyphs and pictographs. So there's the red is the pictograph. There's some over there. And now we're going to walk on the other side. There's some over there. Pictographs and petroglyphs were usually painted under protective ledges or caves. This was a short but worthwhile side excursion just north of Moab.
I was trying to figure out what they look like.
Yeah. They do, don't they? We're here to speculate.
Next, we visit an entirely different area of historical interest, the abandoned Athena Missile Launch Complex in Green River, Utah.
Well, we moved from the geyser. We moved up here. It's Green River Missile Launch Pad site. Basically, it was a military installation where they tested missiles, different types of missiles, in somewhere around the 1960s to about 75. It's pretty run down right now, but the buildings are still standing and the gates are open, and it's BLM land, so
It's time to explore.
time to go see what it's all about. Of course, this could be a bunker too,
Could be.
if they assembled rockets and stuff in here.
Maybe. We'll never know. This building was the main bunker which controlled all 3 launch pads on the complex.
Computers.
Yeah. The Green River Missile Launch Complex was built in 1964 to fire primarily Athena missiles to White Sands, New Mexico, about 400 miles away. Athena missiles were smaller missiles that were primarily used to simulate re-entry trajectories for both spacecraft and ICBMs, or intercontinental ballistic missiles. Between 1964 and 1973, 141 Athena missiles were launched. The site was deactivated in 1983. Oh, rabbits. An assessment was performed to understand the cost to clean up the area, but right now the area is essentially abandoned, except for infrequent visitors such as ourselves. This large building was a temperature-controlled steel building where the missiles were assembled. Once the missile was ready, they actually moved the building away since it was constructed on rails. Yeah, I mean, like, thick doors. We ended up moving our camper down by this building to hopefully shield ourselves from the winds.
Good morning.
Morning.
It is really chilly.
And it's really cold outside. The wind is blustery, it's damp, it's wet.
It's not fun. We are leaving the missile launch site, and hopefully we'll make it to, I forgot the name of it.
Goblin.
I was thinking Hobbit. Goblin State Park.
There is a campground with electric and water hookups within Goblin Valley State Park, but we decided to try the dispersed camping just outside. There were several sites to choose from, but we were looking to find one that would also shelter us from the winds a bit.
Just going to check up just a little bit. We gotta check wind scenarios too. The wind has slowed down too a little bit.
I think it's just because we're behind this mountain.
That's true. It is shifted to the southwest.
We gotta check our hoodoo out.
It looks like a alien.
It does.
We'll call that Herman hoodoo.
Okay.
The dispersed camping here is hands down the best we've seen so far. So you can go park right next to the mountains.
Every place has its own special
Yeah.
ability, but this is definitely next level. Well, it's kind of sad to leave this campsite after only one day. It is so beautiful. But we're headed to a trail that Gary found, but it's 2 miles away, and it's an 8-mile hike. So I didn't think we could do 12 miles in a day. So we're moving, and we'll catch you there.
Good morning. So we decided to take a hike this morning. It's about 9-mile hike. So we're starting out not before sunrise, but close to it. So yeah, and this is Wild Horse Canyon hike. So
Yeah.
just outside the park a little bit. So far, it looks like a pretty popular hike. So we'll
It
see what
does.
happens.
Is it alright if I stay today? Is it alright if I stay?
Well, that's pretty cool. There are some really neat colors in here.
Leave my pride. Oh, is it alright if I stay? Is it alright if we just stay today? Is it alright? 'Cause I wish we could just stay. Take our time far behind. Leave our pride. Oh, is it alright if we stay? it alright if I decide but change my mind? Is that okay? Is it alright if I don't wanna feel obliged in any way? Is it alright if I waste my time and not
A wee bit steep.
So far we came here and experienced.
It is.
when I roll on by? I won't ask why, I'll just accept and walk away. Oh, whoa,
Oh, you gotta be smart. Gary's helping with me with my tripod because it's too wide to go through the slot canyons. I got stuck. Hopefully we can find a better way to hold it. This is insane.
It is. Should have went underneath.
Probably could have.
Well, after that hike, you gotta eat. I'm making sweet potato and black bean quesadillas, a staple in our household. We're not vegetarians, but I do try to have 2 to 3 vegetarian dinners weekly. We always could have more veggies, and meat is still pretty expensive these days. And a special thanks to Tim and Donna M. for their kind donation to help us get a campsite instead of getting stuck in the mud next time. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by, and we hope to see you next week when we actually get into the Goblin Valley State Park. See ya on the next trail.